Namaste, and welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac weather. My name is Christopher Witecki, your sensei to Sirius joy. Thank you for joining me today in another special episode of Namaste Today. And guess what today is? It's Friday. It's finally Friday. Friday, September 5th, 2014. Boy, this Friday came so long, did it not? Even though it was a short weekend. And today, it's going to be a powerful day because innovation and belonging rule the day, which means Uranus, which means Aquarius, which means things will change. And since the sun is in Virgo, things will change today, my friend. I think we're going to go to a whole new reality, and I think we're kind of casting off as of this weekend. But before I dive into how to manage that, let's first tame our brain with the phrase of the day. This is a good one. I belong with others who believe like me. Whoa, yes, indeed. I belong with others who believe like me. You can say that 3 times and kind of dance to it. I belong with others who believe like me. You know, I think we spend a lot of time, especially as light workers, trying to bridge ourselves to other people, trying to make it work with everyone else. But by law of attraction, if you just allow your heart to be with the ones that believe like you, then it will all work out. There may be enough space on earth for everyone to hang out and have a good time. This is an interesting moment in history, and I'll talk about it in the Sensei Sunrise. But to allow ourselves to flow to new directions, we really want to say, in your heart of hearts, I belong with others who believe like me. And that's what everyone wants to find, is that community, that belonging. And with Uranus ruling the day today and some of the other planets I'm going to be talking about, today is a day that you may just find yourself casted away towards common believers like yourself. The serious step of the day is step 13. That's why we're having this quantum shift. Step 13 is 10, I love and trust, plus 3, I believe. And when you do that, you have a quantum intention of 4. That's what I call a quantum intention, the way it adds up. Now, the quantum intention of 4 means that at the end of the day, you will feel like you belong somewhere else. You will feel like either you don't belong here, which is kind of common and can happen, or definitely belong over there. And what allows you to belong somewhere else is allowing your heart, I love, the one, to be connected to what you believe. And when you allow your heart and beliefs to come together, you come to like belief people or like-hearted people, and that quantum rearranges the dynamics of reality, especially, I believe, in Virgo. So the joyful prep today to stay open to where you might shift through the weekend is step 23. 2 is I feel, and 3 is I believe. So always the quantum prep is pulling us into the passion, and so to stay open to where you might belong or where you might end up, it is important to feel yourself, the 2, and believe in yourself, 3. When you feel yourself and believe in yourself, that adds actually to a 5, connection. And a 23-5 is a connection on a high level. So we will be pulled into new connections if we allow all these kind of astrophysics to do their job. Now, the moon is in Capricorn for most of the day, so emotionally we are a bit reserved still yet, even though there's all this quantum shifting going on. But I think this reservation is necessary because we all don't want to make a mistake, right? But being in the high vibration of Capricorn today, you will have to emotionally make the rules. In other words, you'll say to yourself, hey, it's okay I feel this way or I feel that way. Even though I wasn't raised that way, even though nothing around me has told me to be this way, this is you taking Capricorn charge for your beliefs at the end of the day. Now, looking at the ruling chakras, when it becomes a quantum day, it always comes down to the 7th chakra. That is the crown chakra. So when we end up belonging somewhere else, it is an arrangement really from the heavens onward. All right. And so by going with your belief, which is actually the 6th chakra, you are led to some crown connections, I like to say, crown royal if you want. Now, Mercury is actually in Libra right now, making our thoughts and communication focused on relationships. Also means the throat chakra is avid at work, and so people are doing a lot of communication, a lot of outreach right now. If you feel inspired to say something to someone, I think you ought to. Now, I actually, Tweet Talk, this is what I want to talk about. This week we had a new show go live on Tweet Talk for mothers called Modern Mommies. And it stars Alexis Ann Moore and Jennifer Perry. If you'd like to have a conversation, I was the one token dad in the conversation. But we're talking about parenting now, and I'll be over the weekend talking about the next generation of souls that's coming on the planet. Because there's this new crop of souls, the grasshoppers as I call them, I think it's really time for us as parents to start talking about how we intend to raise the next generation. So Modern Mommies lets the ladies do what they do best, and it is open to men, but anyone is welcome to come down for the conversation. But if you'd like to see what we were talking about this week with attachment parenting, this is available on the soulgarden.tv in the nano blog, Modern Mommies. All right. Also in the nano blog, whoops, sorry about that, we have today's tarot. If you didn't know, this week's card is the Star card, and that's written actually by my mom, who is rather modern. She was pulling tarot cards when I was like 11 and 12. But if you'd like to know what the Star card means and how it applies to you, come on down to soulgarden.tv, click nano blogs, and today's tarot. Now let's look at today's planet soup. What is God cooking up? Well, for starters, the sun is at step 13. Step 13 is a powerful step. It is where things do change if you believe in yourself and go forward with it. And with the sun in Virgo, that means reality, Virgo, will change if you go forward with it. Pretty cool stuff. The biggest influence today, though, in my opinion, is this Yod. We have a Uranus-based Yod. Yod is God giving us the finger. It is in an isosceles triangle, and currently it is represented by the Sun in Virgo and Mars and Saturn in Scorpio, pouring into Uranus and Aries. What this essentially means is that our emotional boundaries and our definition of reality, which is Virgo, is going to change our definition of man, because Uranus is in Aries at step 15 right now. So in the background of reality changing and us making new choices, we are in fact redefining man. The last time we defined man was in the 20s, right before the Depression. Uranus was in Aries at that time. It's an 86-year cycle, basically. And so we find ourselves once again redefining what man is and man isn't. And today, in each of your 12 zodiac weather horoscopes, I'll be talking about where it is you are redefining your man. Doesn't matter if you are a woman or a man, by the way. We're talking about the part of us that's aggressive, and we're also talking about our ego. Now, Jupiter in Leo has moved up to step 11. That means that we are officially setting our hearts free right now. And here later in the Sensei Sunrise, I'm going to talk about really where we are. What does this all boil down to with these planets? But with Jupiter at step 11, it means when it comes to loving yourself, you want to do anything that keeps you in integrity. You want to be a good parent to yourself. You want to be a good parent to your inner child. By standing in integrity, the universe will support whatever is needed for that. That may be material, that may be non-material. And Mercury, like I said earlier, is in Libra, so we are all thinking about giving and receiving. We're all on relationships. Everyone is starting to process relationships. And today with Mercury at step 5, there will be first contact to new and interesting relationships starting this weekend. So keep your mind open and watch your thoughts. Then lastly, Venus herself has now moved into Virgo. That means that giving and receiving will turn to a very tactical, very real reality here. It does mean that we're all going to get a bit more sensual, especially with Mars in Scorpio. And it means that the Virgos are officially open for business, if you know what I mean. So Venus and Virgo as of today may be a little weird. Giving and receiving comes down to yourself today. But once Venus goes at least to 1 degree this weekend, the party is on. So we have kind of a new state coming in there. Now, looking at the Sensei Sunrise, the serious step of the day is step 13, and the joyful prep is 23. So first, to put you in a position for success, the step 13 is I love and trust myself. That's always 10. Once you hit 10, it's I love and trust myself. And 3, I believe in myself. I believe. Once you have your trust and your belief, you are open to a quantum shift 4. That's how it adds up to the quantum shift. Now the joyful prep, like I said, is to feel yourself and to be open to what you believe again. So this is a day of loving and trusting, feeling yourself, and surrendering to your beliefs. What does that mean practically? That means that if you come down to a very strange situation, as in something you've never been or experienced before, which is really what I think we're about to experience, then the only protocol is your belief. It's kind of like in the Old Testament when you hear about things are happening to the people. At the end of the day, when something weird happens, some sort of miracle, non-miracle, destruction of a town or whatever by God, it came down to belief. And those weird times when life really changes, it's your belief you fall back on. And we've done a lot of work, a lot of us on the planet, to reinforce what our heart believes. So this is a time of really being aware of your belief. But I want to add a new section here to the Sensei Sunrise, and that is to basically a token prediction of where this is all going. Because I realized I hadn't really summed down the actual token walk away statement, right? The token walk away understanding of the day. And today I'm just going to give it in a new phrase, which is, this is the end of the karmic road as we know it. That's what I believe. As we enter into this quantum shifting today and through the weekend, as we open up to a new definition of our malehood, we have officially ended our karmic patterns. For those of us who are aware, we have become aware of our past lives. We have released our demons. With Jupiter and Leo, we're getting a boost of love. Saturn's been in Scorpio twice now in our lifetime, so our emotional boundaries are cleared out. Pluto's in Capricorn past step 11, which means the old rules are dead. This really is something we have never experienced before on the planet. I don't believe any of us have had this one moment of opportunity. This is when kind of fate is in our hands, and truly things change at this moment like they never have. So we are set up here for a completely new road ahead. Each of you likely has never been this smart, this much in your heart, this much aware of your boundaries, this much aware of your patterns. This is the most aware we have ever been since probably the American Revolution. And I'll be talking about here through this weekend and the next week about where we are in this course of history in the American Revolution. But in essence, we're at a point of no return. The fate of our lives is going to be in our hands. And for yourself personally, you might process over the weekend how this is an entirely new moment for you. How you don't have to repeat anything you have learned. And as you open up to just belief, you may find yourself in an entirely different world, one in which the world has never faced. And it's an interesting time, my friend. Ponder the end of your karmic road, population you, and I'll be right back with your zodiac weather after this. And at the Solmar Taught Me trading post right now, I'm pointing out, so you want to be an astrologer. You have just a couple of days to register for my final class this season on September 10th. This is in 2 hours. You'll learn how to read your chart and read someone else's chart, whether it's a lover or it's an employee. Hopefully not both. But you can find out if that's hot water and more with your natal chart. Also, The Art of Reading People will be out on September 17th. This is for people who really want to understand the art of reading beyond just the fun cocktail discussion. And I will give away some of my secret formulas for hybriding psychic and also past life, Akasha records, stuff like that. So this is a fun class. And then lastly, for those who want to do the sequel and want to move into the profession of astrology, this September 7th, which is this Sunday, I am teaching an afternoon class called Yes, I Do Want to Be an Astrologer, where I talk about the business of the business and give some tips. So all this and more is available at soulmart.me. But before you go shopping for yourself, let's take a look at the moods of each of you brothers and sisters in the order of the 11 steps to Sirius joy. And we will begin, of course, with the Scorpios, step 0. Sunny and sharp today for the Scorpios. That Uranus yacht is saying it is time to innovate your peace in the now. If you can be peaceful in the moment, Scorpio, it will all work out no matter what the details are. Leos, sunny and alert today. It is now time to upgrade your life purpose. Jupiter is now hit 11 degrees. It has expanded your ego beyond the old thinking, and you may not know what to live for right now. So go right ahead and update that, says Uranus and Aries, and pull these new facts into the figures. Cancers, step 2s. The sunny and romantic they will be today and tomorrow, but it's now time to innovate your decisions based on peace. Okay, Cancer? If you want a happy life, every decision should be based on peace, maintaining the peace, which is career, which is future, and yes, it is the husband or wife you decide to be with. The Sagittarius is step 3, sunny and super productive today. Guess what you're innovating? You are innovating your self-love even higher. Now, I think Sages, they pretty much think they love themselves because they let themselves do whatever they want. Sag, it gets higher than that. Go higher. Ask for more joy in your heart. That's what the universe is saying. They're just not asking enough. Aquas, the step 4s, sunny and spiritual today. You are innovating your genius, believe it or not. That's right. By officially not worrying about some things, your brain capacity will pop open and you might connect to some new higher energies. Step 5, the Geminis, sunny and intimate today. Time to innovate your world. So a lot of Geminis changing location, deciding to live different places, finding new friends. They are really connecting in new ways. So innovate whatever your world is. Make it brighter, make it higher, make it more fun. Step 6, the Librans. Sunny and, I think, rested today. Time to innovate your me-ridge to you. And what's that mean? Well, Libras make themselves be in boring marriages. Libras make themselves marry people they don't want. Why? That's a shitty me-ridge. It's time to innovate your me-ridge. Never treat yourself like crap again. Pisces, step 7, sunny and social. Time to innovate your values to fair. Okay? Now, I think you can go higher than fair, just to be honest with you, but fair alone will change the world. Most Pisces actually are, for the most part, in unfair situations, and then suddenly it might get fair. But upgrade to fair, and that'll change the whole world. Step 8, Capricorn, sunny and cool with the moon in their sign again. But you got to innovate your self-mothering. This will keep you from going insane in relationships or giving too much away. The more you nurture yourself, the more you are in an intimate relationship that is authentic and not based on need. So innovate that self-mothering if you want true freedom. Aries, sunny and professional today. Time to innovate courage again. Remember, courage is how you feel after you jump over the big hurdle, not before. But every Aries is going to have to pull it off, which means it's going to be some sexy times out there as Aries are being Tarzans and Tarzan women. What is that? I think Jane's kind of sexist. Nonetheless, time to really invent yourself one more time. No one's noticing. Everyone's busy. Don't worry. Tauruses, sunny and determined today. Innovate your spiritual calling. That's what I realized it was for us bulls. I've been saying it's faith, but now I think it's the spiritual calling. Like, what the hell are we here to do anyways? We can make anything. We can manifest stuff. I think Tauruses are really stirring on what is the real spiritual calling, which will turn into strength. And this is where Tauruses are facing their masculinity and that Aries energy is redefining their calling, what they feel called to. Then finally, the Virgos, sunny and loving today. Time to innovate into deeper intimacy. And Virgos say they are close, but honestly, if you're thinking about stuff when you're kissing somebody, you're not close. Close is a feeling. So Virgos are going to get closer right now in a way that we haven't seen Virgos get close. Should be kind of interesting. I, for one, am excited. All right, now to our nice sleeping control room here. For the Lightworker Parade, don't forget I have released Step 13. This is a phenomenal video that explains the quantum shift of 1 plus 3. Also, Venus Prime Health, we're doing Jumpstarting Your Health, and we're talking about how to avoid wheat, which, by the way, I've been avoiding. Not easy to do, but I have been convinced that wheat is evil, thanks to Damon. And I've released a new Astro 101 episode for the weekend. For you Astro nuts, you can learn about Jupiter. Now remember, Jupiter is in Leo right now. So when you watch the Astro 101 series, bring your chart, find out where your natal Jupiter is, and then look where Jupiter is in Leo now. Interesting stuff. Don't forget also Modern Mommies is a new series for women about children. We've released a blog and a video, and I'm the token father in the first episode. So if you want to see what I think, go on down. If you're watching on YouTube, please be so kind and do subscribe. That tells us we're all live. And on Facebook, we do like friends. You can go to soulgarden.me for that. And if you want to come down and see all the blogs and the things that I post in the background, what I talk about, that's at soulgarden.tv. I always appreciate when you watch my programming there because it is a work in progress. So we got a fun, innovative day. I'm interested in your comments, by the way. I will be back for the weekend Namaste today, but tonight, Friday night, this could be kind of crazy. Be careful out there. Just remember, if you find yourself in a very provocative, interesting situation, love and trust yourself, and if you believe in what you see, walk on down that road. We'll see where we end up. Have a great 24, and I'll see you later. Until then, live, love, be.